Hey Jake, how's it going today?
Hey Sarah, I'm doing great actually. Something funny happened to me this morning.
Oh really? Tell me.
So I was in the kitchen making coffee, right? And I was just standing there waiting for the water to boil, and I realized something. I was thinking about my day, completely in English, like not translating from anything, just thinking in English.
Wait, that's so cool. Was that the first time?
No, it's been happening more and more lately, but this morning it really hit me, like I noticed it. And I thought, wow, this is exactly what we should talk about today.
Yes, because this is probably the number one question we get from our listeners. How do I stop translating in my head? People always ask us this.
Exactly, and I totally understand because I remember when I was learning Spanish, I used to translate every single word in my head before saying it. It was so slow and frustrating.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like your brain is working double, right? You think the sentence in your language first, then you try to translate it, and by the time you're ready to speak, the moment is gone.
The conversation has moved on, and you're still stuck on your sentence. So today, we're going to share some really practical techniques to help you start thinking in English. Not perfectly, not immediately, but step by step.
And the good news is, you don't need to live in an English-speaking country to do this. You can practice these techniques right where you are, starting today.
So, if you're tired of translating in your head, if you want to speak faster and more naturally, stay with us. This episode is for you.
All right, let's start with something important. Before we get into the techniques, let's talk about some key words and expressions you'll hear today.
Good idea. The first one is to translate. To translate means to change words from one language to another language. For example, I always translate from French to English before I speak.
And the thing we want to stop doing is called mental translation. Mental means in your mind. So mental translation is when you translate inside your head.
The next word is fluent. If someone is fluent, it means they can speak a language smoothly and easily. She is fluent in English. But here's the thing, being fluent doesn't mean being perfect.
That's a really important point. Fluent just means smooth, natural. You don't stop every 2 seconds to think.
Another key expression is to think in English. This means your thoughts, the voice inside your head, is in English, not in your native language.
And we use the expression inner voice or inner monologue. Your inner voice is that little voice inside your head, the one that talks to you all day long.
Like right now, some of you are listening to this and your inner voice is probably translating what we say. And that's okay. That's normal at the beginning.
Another important word is habit. A habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking, like brushing your teeth. We want thinking in English to become a habit.
And the last one for now is to associate. To associate means to connect two things in your mind. For example, you can associate the word coffee with the smell and taste of coffee instead of with the word in your own language.
That's a great one. Okay, so now that we have our vocabulary, let's get into the first technique.
So, technique number 1. We call this one name your world.
I love this one because it's so simple. Basically, you just look around you and name everything you see in English.
Right, so imagine you're in your kitchen. You look around and you say, in your head or out loud, fridge, table, chair, cup, window, floor.
And the important thing is, don't think of the word in your language first. Just look at the object and say the English word directly. Look at the fridge and think fridge. Not your language first, then fridge.
Exactly. You're creating a direct connection between the object and the English word. No middle step. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're at work.
Okay, I'm at work. I'm sitting at my desk.
Good. Now, name 5 things you can see.
Computer, keyboard, pen, notebook, water bottle.
See? You didn't need to translate. The words just came out. That's because these are common words you already know. The key is to practice with words you know first.
And then slowly, you add new words. Maybe you look at something and you don't know the English word. That's fine. Look it up, learn it, and next time you see that object, use the English word directly.
I do this every morning in the shower. I look around and I name everything. Shampoo, soap, towel, mirror, water.
In the shower? Really?
Yes. It's actually a perfect moment because you're alone, nobody is listening, and you have a few minutes with nothing else to do.
That's actually genius. Okay, so technique number 1. Name your world. Look at things around you and say the English word directly, without translating first.
Now, technique number 2 is something really powerful. We call it the inner monologue switch.
This is when you change the language of your inner voice. That little voice in your head that talks all day, you switch it to English.
And I know what some of you are thinking, but Jake, I can't do that. I don't know enough English. And I hear you, but here's the secret. You don't need to think complicated thoughts.
Start with simple things. For example, in the morning, instead of thinking about your plans in your language, try it in English. Okay, I need to get up. I'm going to take a shower. Then I'll have breakfast.
Simple sentences, easy words. You already know all of these words. The challenge is just making your brain use them automatically.
Let's practice right now. Jake, tell me what you're going to do after this podcast.
Okay, after this podcast, I'm going to have lunch. I think I'll make a sandwich. Then I need to go to the supermarket because we need milk and bread.
See how natural that sounded? And those are all simple A2 level sentences. Nothing complicated.
And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. It's like a muscle. Your brain is a muscle for language. You have to train it.
A lot of our listeners say, I understand English, but I can't speak it. And I think this technique is one of the best solutions. Because when you practice thinking in English, you're practicing speaking, without speaking. Does that make sense?
Totally. You're rehearsing, like an actor before a show. They practice their lines before going on stage. You're doing the same thing in your head.
Okay, let's try a little exercise. I'm going to describe a situation, and Jake, you tell me what you would think in English in that moment. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, you're at the supermarket. You're looking for milk, but you can't find it. What are you thinking?
Where is the milk? I think it's in the back of the store. Let me check this aisle. No, that's juice. Maybe the next one. Oh, there it is.
Perfect. Did you hear that? Short, simple thoughts. Where is the milk? Let me check this aisle. These are easy sentences, but they train your brain to think in English in real situations.
And here's a little bonus tip. When you're in a real situation like this, try to think in English about what's happening. Even if nobody can hear you, your brain is still practicing.
All right, let's move on to technique number 3. This one is my favorite. I call it shadow thinking.
Shadow thinking? What's that?
So, you know how some people do shadow reading, where they read along with an audiobook? Shadow thinking is similar, but for your thoughts. You listen to English, like a podcast or a video, and you try to think along with it.
Oh, I see. So if I'm listening to a podcast, instead of just passively listening, I try to think about what I hear, like I predict what the speaker will say next, or I react in my head in English.
Exactly. For example, if you hear someone say, I went to the store yesterday, your inner voice might say, oh, what did they buy? Or, I went to the store yesterday too.
So you're having a conversation with the podcast in your head?
Yes, it sounds a little crazy, but it works, because you're forcing your brain to produce English thoughts in real time.
You know what? I actually do this sometimes when I watch movies. When a character says something, I think about how I would respond. It's like a game.
That's exactly it. And the beautiful thing is, nobody knows you're doing it. You can do it on the bus, in the car, anywhere.
All right, technique number 4. This one is really interesting. It's about emotions.
Yes, so one big reason people translate is because their emotions are connected to their native language. When you're happy, sad, angry, or surprised, you naturally react in your first language.
Like when I stub my toe, I don't say ouch in English, I say it in my native language, every time.
Exactly. So the technique here is to start associating emotions with English words and expressions. When something good happens, try to think awesome or that's great instead of the equivalent in your language.
And when you're frustrated, try thinking, oh, come on, or that's annoying. These small emotional reactions, if you practice them in English, they become automatic over time.
Let me give some examples. You're watching a football game and your team scores. What do you say?
Yes, what a goal! That was amazing!
See? Now let's say your phone battery dies when you really need it.
Oh no, not now. Are you serious?
Perfect. These short emotional reactions are actually really powerful because they're the first step to thinking in English automatically.
Because emotions are fast, right? You don't have time to translate when you feel something. So if you train your emotional reactions to be in English,
Your brain starts to skip the translation step entirely. That's the magic.
I love that. Okay, technique number 5, the last one. And this might be the most fun.
Yes, we call this one mental mini dialogues. Basically, you create little conversations in your head.
Like talking to yourself?
Kind of, yes, but in a structured way. Imagine a situation and play both roles in your head.
So, for example, I'm at a coffee shop. In my mind, I'm the customer and also the barista.
Exactly. Let's try it right now. Jake, do the whole conversation.
Okay, so I walk into the coffee shop. The barista says, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And I say, "Can I have a medium latte, please?" And they say, "Sure, would you like anything else?" And I say, "Actually, can I also get a blueberry muffin?" "Of course, that'll be $6.50. Here you go, thanks." "Thank you, have a great day."
That was perfect. And you just had an entire conversation in English, all in your head.
And the cool thing is, you can do this for any situation. A job interview, a phone call, ordering food, meeting someone new.
It's like a rehearsal for real life. And when you actually find yourself in that situation, you'll feel more prepared because you've already practiced.
You know, I used to do this before phone calls in English. I would imagine the whole conversation in my head first, what they might say, what I would respond. It really helped with my confidence.
That's such a great point about confidence. A lot of the fear of speaking English comes from not feeling prepared. These mental mini dialogues help you feel ready.
Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when they're trying to think in English, because I see a lot of learners making the same errors.
Yes, this is important. Mistake number 1, trying to think complex thoughts in English from the beginning.
This is so common. People try to think about philosophy or politics in English, and then they get frustrated because they can't do it. Start simple. I'm hungry. It's cold today. I like this song.
Exactly. You wouldn't try to run a marathon on your first day of training. You start with short runs. Same thing with thinking in English. Start with short, simple thoughts.
Mistake number 2, getting frustrated when you switch back to your native language.
Oh, this is a big one. Your brain will switch back. It's completely normal. It's going to happen many, many times. Don't be hard on yourself.
Right. When you notice you switched back, just gently switch back to English. No judgment, no frustration. Just switch.
It's like meditation, actually. In meditation, when your mind wanders, you just bring it back. Same thing here. Your mind will wander back to your language. Just bring it back to English, gently.
Mistake number 3, trying to translate idioms and expressions word by word.
Oh, yes. This creates so many problems. For example, in French, you might say, Il pleut des cordes, which word by word would be, it's raining ropes. But in English, we say, it's raining cats and dogs.
And if you try to translate word by word, you'll say something very strange, and nobody will understand you.
So instead of translating expressions, learn them as complete units. Don't learn raining plus cats plus and plus dogs separately. Learn it's raining cats and dogs as one piece and connect it directly to the image of heavy rain.
That brings us to a really interesting cultural point. Different languages don't just use different words, they organize ideas differently.
Absolutely. For example, in English, we put the adjective before the noun, the red car. In many other languages, it's the opposite, the car red.
So when you think in English, you need to organize your thoughts in the English way. Subject, verb, object. I eat breakfast, not I breakfast eat.
And this is why thinking in English is so important for speaking fluently. When you think in English, you naturally put words in the right order. When you translate, you might mix up the word order.
Another cultural thing. English speakers use a lot of small talk. Casual conversation about the weather, how your day is going, things like that.
Right. So when you're practicing your inner monologue, include small talk. Think about the weather in English. Oh, it's a nice day today. Looks like it might rain later. This is such common everyday English.
And one more cultural tip. English uses a lot of phrasal verbs. Get up, work out, figure out, come across, look forward to. These are so important in everyday English.
And they're often very different from their translations. So don't try to translate them. Learn them as complete expressions and associate them with their meaning directly.
All right, let's do some practice scenarios now. I'll give a situation, and I want you, our listeners, to think about what you would say or think in English. Ready?
And take a moment before we give the answer. Actually try to think in English.
Scenario 1. You wake up and look at your phone. It's 7:30 a.m. What do you think?
Maybe something like, okay, it's 7:30. I need to get up. What do I have to do today? I have a meeting at 10.
Scenario 2. You're at a restaurant and the waiter brings the wrong dish.
You might think, wait, this isn't what I ordered. I asked for the pasta, not the salad. I should tell them.
Scenario 3. You're watching a really good series on Netflix and it's getting late.
Oh no, it's already midnight. I should go to sleep. But just one more episode. Okay, the last one. I mean it this time.
Ha! That's so relatable. Okay, scenario 4. You're stuck in traffic and you're going to be late for work.
Come on, why is there so much traffic? I'm going to be late. Maybe I should call my boss and let him know.
And scenario 5. You just finished a workout and you feel great.
That was a good workout. I feel so much better now. I should do this more often.
See how all of these are simple thoughts, short sentences, basic vocabulary, but they're real. They're the kind of thoughts you have every single day.
And that's the key. You don't need to think about complicated topics. Just think about your daily life in English.
All right, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today.
So we talked about 5 techniques to start thinking in English.
Number 1. Name your world. Look around you and name objects in English without translating.
Number 2. The inner monologue switch. Change the language of your inner voice to English, starting with simple thoughts.
Number 3. Shadow thinking. Listen to English content and react or respond in your head in English.
Number 4. Connect your emotions. Train your emotional reactions to be in English. Say awesome instead of the word in your language.
And number 5, mental mini dialogues. Imagine conversations in your head and play both roles in English.
And remember the 3 mistakes to avoid. Don't start too complex. Don't get frustrated when you switch back. And don't translate word by word.
Your homework for this week is simple. Choose one of these 5 techniques and practice it for just 5 minutes every day. That's it, 5 minutes. You can do it in the shower, on the bus, before you go to sleep.
And next week, try adding a second technique. Build slowly and be patient with yourself. This is a process, not a switch you can flip overnight.
All right, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more English learners around the world.
And subscribe if you haven't already. We post new episodes every week to help you speak English more confidently.
Leave us a comment and tell us, which technique are you going to try first? We love reading your answers.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Remember, you are making progress every single day, even when it doesn't feel like it.
That's right. Keep going. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy thinking. In English. That was beautiful, Jake. And that's actually a great way to practice your English, by encouraging other people in English. You practice your speaking, and you make someone's day better.
It's a win-win situation. A win-win means both people benefit. You practice your English, and they feel better. Everybody wins.
And one more. Scenario 5. You're having a bad day with English. Nothing is making sense. What do you tell yourself?
I would say, it's okay to have a bad day. This doesn't mean I'm failing. Tomorrow will be better. I just need to take it one step at a time.
That was perfect. And honestly, Talking to yourself in English is one of the best things you can do. It's free, you can do it anywhere, and nobody is judging you.
Self-talk in English. That's actually a great habit to build.
Absolutely. All right, let's wrap things up. Jake, can you give our listeners a quick summary of what we talked about today?
Of course. So today we talked about how your mindset is the key to improving your English. We learned some important vocabulary like mindset, mindset shift, fluency, consistency, comfort zone, growth, and progress.
We also learned some great expressions like take it one step at a time, get the hang of something, be on the right track, push through, and it's about the journey, not the destination.
We talked about common mistakes like only studying grammar, translating in your head, comparing yourself to others, and giving up too soon.
And we practiced real conversations and scenarios that you can use in your daily life.
So here's your homework for this week. Every morning, I want you to say one positive thing about your English in English. Something like, I am making progress, or I am getting better every day.
That's such a great homework assignment. And also, try to speak English out loud for at least 5 minutes every day. Talk to yourself, describe what you see, narrate your day. Just get those words out of your mouth.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment telling us about your English learning journey. We love reading your stories.
And remember, you are already amazing for being here and investing in your English. Don't give up. You've got this.
You've got this. See you in the next episode, everyone.
Bye-bye.